Hey, friends, and welcome. Today I'm going to be guiding you through a traditional Stoic meditation. If you're familiar with what the idea of meditation is, you may think that it only applies to a kind of Eastern philosophical paradigm, but many different philosophical and religious traditions adopt a kind of meditative state under which they either focus their thoughts or deeply concentrate. This meditation is not going to necessarily be about clearing your mind, but instead this meditation is going to be focusing upon deep thought on a select topic for a specific purpose. This is a little bit closer to the traditional definition of what a meditation is. In the Quran or in the Bible, both of them use kind of the language of the idea of meditation to think deeply on a subject. The exercise today is called the view from above, the Stoic view from above. And before we start, I'd like to say that there is a little bit of dispute about where this exercise actually originates, if it is originally religious in origin, or if it is philosophical, or which school of philosophy it came from. Scholars still debate, but regardless, it's a very useful meditation. The purpose of this meditation is for you to zoom out, view from above, view yourself from above. This isn't kind of like a out-of-body experience. This is a more intellectual exercise. The point is to contextualize yourself in all ways that you can in your surrounding environment, in your surrounding time. And that way you can gain a contextual understanding of the real importance and significance, or lack thereof, of your problems. This is with the intention, with the goal to let go of your worries, seeing how short-lived and unimportant they are in the grand scheme of things. Other philosophical traditions, such as existentialism, take an exercise like this and utilize it in a way which gives you possibly some nihilism. And now instead, when you see how small you are and how small your problems are, I would advise you to make that a happy thought, in that your problems and what you face are small, and therefore you need not worry and make the best of your life. But a nihilist, for example, may say that you are very small and therefore not important. But this is not a nihilist meditation. This is a Stoic meditation, and it's meant to be constructive. So let's get underway. We start with an examination, or an understanding, an idea, maybe an intuition of where you are now in relation to your past. This second of your life in relation to all of the history of your past, and then, without worry, examine the problems you face now versus the likely problems that you may face in the future. It's possible that the problems that you face now aren't even the biggest problems that you will face in general. And I'm sorry if that is a worrying thought, but it's very possible when you look back at this memory, the worry that you have may seem humorous to you. Or maybe not. I would compare the worries and issues that you have faced over your lifetime to what you're experiencing now. Have you overcome things as difficult, more difficult before? Does the hardship that you face right now pale in comparison to the totality of your life experiences? If not, we can zoom out further. Think about the place where you live. Do you live with other people? I wonder what the problems that they have experienced in their lives are, or that they are currently dealing with, or that they may deal with in the future, in comparison with everyone that you know, or even everyone that you have ever met. Even the largest one of the obstacles which you have faced does pale in comparison. But we can zoom out a little bit further. We can zoom out to your neighborhood. Imagine the hundreds or thousands or greater amount of people that populate your local area. Imagine all of their collective life experience, the totality of all of the worries that you do experience, that you have experienced, and that you will experience is very small compared to even what's currently happening now within all of the people that live in the wider area surrounding you. But we can zoom out further. Zoom out to the state or the sector of the country in which you live. At this point, it may not even be possible to visualize the collective life experiences of so many people. Maybe it's not possible to visualize anyone's life experience anyway. But regardless, intellectually speaking, can you understand the importance of your worries to such a large amount of people with all their worries? If you zoom out a little bit further, how much smaller do your worries seem in comparison to the political, economic, and geopolitical struggles of the country in which you live? It can be a humbling thought to compare your own anxious thoughts to those of a nation. You should live well and not worry. Zooming out a bit further, can you visualize our very small planet Earth? This is where all of our experiences, minus a select few astronauts, have taken place. All worry, all happiness, and all sadness in this one small dot in the entirety of the cosmos. It is almost immeasurably small. Compare how small the Earth is to the Sun, and our Sun to the great or many larger suns within our local cluster. If you zoom out, how far is it even possible to visually identify Earth versus the entirety of the rest of the universe? Well, it seems that everyone's collective worries on our entire planet really doesn't amount to much. And we should live well and do well while we can. And if you take this instance and the past, and you compare the past and the future of both our planet and the rest of the universe, you'll really see how we pale to even exist. We almost vanish from existence. So, where does this leave us? What should you do now that you see that what you worry about isn't very important? Well, of course, don't worry. I mean, at least that's an obvious conclusion. Don't worry. You have one attempt, maybe multiple attempts at life. That's a belief that you will have to seek for yourself. But what we do know is that while we live, we should try to do the right thing. After all, doing the right thing is the right thing to do. If you think about your experience as a human, you can quite clearly see that doing the right thing is what you should be doing. It doesn't feel right to hurt people, and you know it's wrong to hurt people. And so, without the burden and anxiety of your worries, you should focus on doing what is right, to help people, to help others, to love others, to avoid hatred, to avoid things which control your mind and stop you doing what is right, because you're not going to get another opportunity at doing what's right while you can. So do it while you can. Now, reintroduce yourself. What do you have going on in your life? Who are the people that you love? Who are the people that you care for? What can you do to help them with the time that you can? What will you do to show them that you love them while you can? Thank you.